The other car that Adis made me drive, I had no interest whatsoever. It's a Zender body kit W124 300E sedan. Not personally a fan of most body kits of that era, especially on Sacco cars, because I don't think they need them. Yeah. And this car is a manual swap, but it's also turbo. And I don't do turbos. I hate turbos, aside from, there's got to be at least one turbocharged car on the list. Yes, EV110. And so I really didn't expect much of this. Adis had sent me the dyno chart for it, and I couldn't first before I had even gone there. And I did not know what I was looking at, because I thought I was looking at a naturally aspirated car's dyno plot that just went right to sort of 80% of peak torque by 2000. I think the picture that I have for the run was 3, because they were over $2,000 when they hit the gas. But like just this build of torque that peaked at like 4,700, and then a horsepower peak that was 5,700 right before 6,400 or 6,500 RPM rev limiter. So you have a big spread of torque and power, but a power peak that's very high in the rev range, 700 before redline. That doesn't happen. Turns out this is a Mosselmann, whatever you want to pronounce it. It's Dutch, so it'd be Mosselmann, twin turbo setup. That was a
on
bolt
a 103.
On an M103. So the M103 was the 2-valve, 300E.
Single overhead cam.
Right, so 180 horsepower from the factory?
177.
Right. The reason this is my top experience of the year is this is the first car I've ever driven that I can't believe I'm saying these words, does not have turbo lag, period. And so, of course, it has turbo lag. It's there. If you matted it at 1,000 RPM in 5th gear, you're going to feel lag. But as long as you're over 2, and I mean like at 2,100 RPM, it responds nearly as quickly, or near as makes no difference as quickly as every naturally aspirated car I own. Like carbureted, fuel injected, whatever.
What is the fuel injection? Is it like modern standalone stuff, or is it like the vintage 80s shit?
Vintage 80s shit. And how it's done is the turbos, I have a picture of this, are fucking tiny.
Yeah.
And the peak boost is 7.2 pounds.
Yeah.
So you have 3 liters of displacement.
Yeah.
2 of the smallest turbos I've ever seen in my life, running only 7 pounds of boost. The thing makes 360 horsepower to the wheels, 260 to the wheels. So 300-ish horsepower at the motor. It fucking lights them up all through first, lights them up all the way through second. It's silent. It makes no noise. The sound that the engine does make is quite nice, and you do hear a little bit of turbo noise. But what a fucking sleeper. But you can literally be at 2,000 RPM in 3rd gear, and within a half a second, you're at full boost. And there's a little bit of a boost gauge that's factory, that's off of some other Mercedes, that's really slow to respond. But he installed a digital boost gauge, and you can see it's effectively instantly at 7 pounds. This is the right way to turbocharge a car. A lot of displacement, a lot of compression, especially for back then.
Not much boost.
Very small amount of boost coming from tiny multiple turbos. Holy shit. I would actually put that system on any car I owned, because you don't even know it's there, other than the fact that the power is just fucking-tacular. It was way faster than a 500E. I drove a 500E that same week. Now, maybe it's actually not, because the wheel spin, he's got like cheap rear tires on the car, and he's like, I just love to lay tire all over the place. He sent me some videos and whatever, we'll insert them. But what an absolute riot. And I thought, I'm wrong. You can have a turbocharged car that doesn't suck.
All right.
Bravo to Mosselmann. I wish they would do turbo kits for fucking everything I own.
So there's only one turbo kit.
It's the only turbocharged car I've ever driven that I would say has no appreciable turbo lag at all. In the real world, unless you're looking for it, you genuinely would not. You'd think that was a 5-liter 6-cylinder. It's fucking nuts. So cool.